That's do with that what you will, you know.
Fun to see. Metagross heading center, huh? Okay.
So, oh, I think that's where you need to put that Pokemon.
I think you could play top.
It's level 9. It's so bad early. I don't know. I think if you're gonna play this competitively, I think Metagross should go center.
You might be right. I think it's 5 is fine though.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get 5. Feldham and everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a non-Metagross believer, but
well, it hasn't done insane stuff in comp at all, and it got that weird buff nerf, you know.
Oh yeah.
So it's like you over buff it, but then does it need slightly more? Well, it's hard to say. When's the next time they're gonna touch it? Could be a long time. So
yeah, that's true.
You know.
Big push from Snow. Hirai able to escape for the most part. Just early game shenanigans. Outside of the everything pretty normal. Outside of the fact that N is actually playing top path Inteleon in this game.
Yeah, I guess you don't see that much at all, right? We've got kind of 2 insane secures, top and bottom. You got Leafeon and Inteleon.
Yeah. Okay. CincoGolemo.
Interesting. They are running Gyro. I was thinking that if they were playing center, they might be playing Meteor Mash. I mean, Gyro Ball is great.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe you come to Path because the burst on it's insane. So the secure is really great.
Good.
You could go either way. I think both are totally viable.
Especially with how we were talking about how like double burst feels so strong right now in our current metagame. So yeah, having Leafeon and that would be a cool tech. However, it seems like Galaxy gonna take the KO anyways. If you're watching on TikTok, make sure to send one of those to Spraggle's way. Beautiful. I don't know how much a Galaxy costs. I think it's like $1 billion.
Oh yeah, send me a Galaxy right now.
Right now, please. Yum yum yum.
Here we go. Fight at 8. Let's see how this goes. They sent Inteleon center, so they traded center with it really quick there. Oh, we have Icy Wind.
Okay, so yeah, Nyhaat going with the more, I would say, traditional Glaceon build when they're playing from the central area. However, the popular one has certainly been Icicle Shard as of late, but Icy Wind great for good burst damage and taking out these squishier targets like Leafeon or even Inteleon.
It's just so... Icicle Spear is so dumb. You don't have to think about anything. With Icy Wind, you at least have to kind of like hit one move. Well, you have to hit a single skill shot. You can hit it on anything. Get it on a wild Pokemon. You just need to hit it. That's all.
Yeah, it's true. Galaxy, oh, nice. They get 3 people with that Gyro Ball. Gives them a ton of shielding. And then they're able to keep themselves up as well as Ware's constant support. This Metang able to keep on fighting despite so much damage from the other side.
Yeah, I can't remember... I believe it's 2. I think when it comes to enemy Pokemon, like literally players on the enemy team, I believe you only need to hit 2 for max shields. When it comes to wild Pokemon, I think you need to hit 3 or maybe even 4. I can't remember exactly how it works on wilds. But yeah, if you manage to hit 3 enemies, you're without question getting your max Gyro Ball shield, which is massive.
Oh, of course.
Here we go. Registeel being started right here. Snipe shots coming in, hitting the... Ooh, Sylveon got pulled right into that. That was not great for them. Unite move coming out from the Inteleon right now, trying to push this advantage. There's the Solar Blade moving forward with these auto attacks. Snipe shot instead, actually, as Registeel is going to go ahead and leash right here. The Horn Leech pushing the Umbreon back in. Glaceon still in a possible steal position if they decide to rip this Registeel. But, of course, there's 4 members of our orange team here in this bottom path. The Woodhammer's keeping them out, and there's really no one around to do anything about that. Nice secure from the side of CG.
And this Registeel attack buff would give them kind of the tools they need to hit one of these goal zones if they want to, but it seems like a pivot towards the top side is more in their strategy, as Galaxy has hit the Metagross, I think largely in part to that team-wide experience from the Registeel going in their favor, and now they can throw hands against this Metagross, or against this Blastoise, knowing that no Unite move will show back up.
And here we go, Galaxy in this top path right here, already level 10, which is huge. And they're going to be able to just brawl in some crazy ways, especially if their team sets them up for it. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, such a tough Pokemon to take down as well, especially with the tools they have available to them. Like Sylveon, maybe one of their best answers, but you're dangerously close to Gyro Ball range whenever you're trying to Hyper Voice. So they don't have many options to really whittle down the HP bar of this Metagross.
Yeah, now we have Sylveon pushing up towards this top path, trying to help stop them as Snipe Shots are just raining in towards this goal zone. They're able to get Blastoise with one of them right here. It's going to put him in a tough spot. Here comes Metagross looking for that Gyro Ball, caught in a mean look, but it's actually not the worst Pokemon to get caught in a mean look either, as they move in and they break this goal zone. I'm not sure if that could have been a 35-40. I didn't actually see what was in that goal zone, but that felt like a small overcap.
Yeah, I always want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but you know, I think that could have been much, much larger on the side of CG, but that's all right. They are currently in the lead over top of a team like Team UwU, who only went down to this part in the bracket when they were on their win-in previously. So for the second time today, they are playing with their backs against the wall. Pretty stressful tournament day, I would say, if you had to line it up. But CG, having their own crazy tournament run, wants to make it into that top 8. We said they're relatively unknown, except for maybe a couple of players on this team. Obviously, that could all change if they make it into the first top 8 of the year.
And here we go. Clefable getting caught right there. Big X Scissor into the Rock Tomb, and that's going to be a huge force of healing down on the side of CG. We have the Metagross Unite pushing in. Here comes the Blastoise Unite. Sylveon Unite right back. Leafeon goes down. Crustle looking to make some plays happen right here, as Metagross is barely hanging on as well. This is getting extremely low. Secured somehow by Inteleon. Looks like an auto, I think?
It must have been. I mean, when that Pokemon has crit, like the B button's a better secure tool than Snipe Shot sometimes, it feels like. So, and able to find that one. Galnegunnar going to show up for the goal zone defense, but I think otherwise quite rapidly. 50 points goes in from the Inteleon. And Metagross still just infinity amounts of brawling. I mean, Trevenant, Metagross, Clefable. Like, this is such a bulky front line that so far Team UwU has just not had an answer for.
Yeah. Great stuff here. 196, 72. Heading up to this top path, getting ready for this Regieleki. They're not in a great position to take it here on the side of UwU. So we're going to have to see if Blastoise can make anything happen here, or even if they want to. They've got eyes on it, and they just kind of go for a, you know, a prayer. A little bit of a water spout. Can anything happen? We'll see. Trevenant in a lot of trouble in this bottom path. It takes 8 Pokemon and a mean look to take down a Trevenant.
It really does. So much self-sustain, so much defense, and even shielding if it can really find it. Team UwU, though, on their rapid response to defend this Regieleki, they're going to be able to KO it, as well as a couple of members of Team CG at the same time. So Greg on this Leafeon is going to hit level 13. Also, shout out to just my friend Greg. I love that that's their gamer tag name. That's awesome. I'm kind of surprised you don't go by just Jake sometimes in-game, you know?
I've thought about it, but, you know, it's just too risky.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Also, there's a very, very talented Overwatch pro named Jake. So,
well, I wouldn't want to be confused. I wouldn't want to sully their good name, of course.
Right. Of course. Of course. Of course. Well, they retired and actually became a caster. So, who knows? All right. Crustle. Ooh, swiped out of that Tall Grass by the Trevenant. Great little wood hammer tech. And by tech, I mean it hits the whole map and pulls the opponents wherever you want it. So, good play by Fizzey to create some space. But it seems like both teams drawing a line in the sand and no one willing to cross quite yet.
You will see players with Woodhammer, they can position it really well. You see how he was throwing that Woodhammer. It's actually not only going to stun them, right, but it does swing their pull towards the middle area of the Woodhammer right there. So you can reposition enemies in some really interesting ways with this move. We see at the top path here, Metagross just using that to see who is in that bush right there. Nice play. They get the shield, so they immediately know that they've hit something inside that bush. As we go, we're going to have Ooh back out here.
I love that indicator. Did I get shields? No? Yes? Okay. There might be someone in there. It's tough to tell from just the sound effect.
It feels like the Delphox, right? When you're just throwing the mystical fires every time you hit one, you're like, all right, my cooldown's got reset. Somebody's in there.
Exactly. Oh, Ware takes a whole lot of damage on this Clefable, but they are going to follow me all the way in. I think they're on the drop the Unite move at some point, but the Metagross has now created an arena. Galaxy is brawling, but Galnegunnar is actually still able to fight. The amount of healing has been solid up into this point, and the Sylveon has taken 2 so far, Jake.
Wow, I mean, this is, whoa, huge snipe shot. So back and forth right here. If Inteleon can land these, it's kind of lights out, but it looks like Inteleon caught in this mean look. Hopefully Glaceon is going to, no, they are not. That's 4 down from the Inteleon. They are now looking for a score right here. I don't think anyone's going to spawn in time in this top path. Crustal's coming out, but I don't think it can make the pad in time. If it does jump, it's going to miss the Leafeon, and they are already behind. 163 to 96 as CG is going to take game number 1 here.
Oh, devastating for the side of Team UwU is, yes, CG pulls that fight out on the back of an Inteleon. KO streak of 4 from N, and you can see them even celebrating a little bit in the tall grass. What a showing from them.
Great stuff.
And I just saw a DM in the official Discord saying that bracket will be released in about 10 minutes. So much bulk, that is insane.
It's a great point.
So I think having some kind of anti-heal, even if it's just in the Unite, is at least an okay option.
Seeing Lapras, I mean, it's rare that we see a Lapras, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, wow. It sure wasn't for a while, so this is exciting to see it now when it is Hey, I was watching your Miraidon videos. I don't know if it ever got clarified. What does weakening the goal zone mean when Miraidon does it?
It lowers the amount of healing they receive by 30%.
Oh.
I'm not sure if it's
That's not as broken as I thought it would be.
No, it's not like fully disabling it, which sounded pretty broken, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be absurd.
And here we go. This is what we've seen from Leafeon a few times today, able to make it all the way to the enemy central area and steal their farm. So... not even early on that. Really nice stuff. They're going to get punched a few times by this little weird thing, but it's not going to do anything, really. Leafeon is so nuts, man. If every speedster evolved... like, if Dodrio evolved at 4, you'd ban it out every game. It's crazy.
I think it's time we tell the people who are making this video game that the evolutions can get their Unite at 9. I think it's time. let's move that down the road.
There are a lot of things we're dealing with. We had to stop pay to win. There's a lot of stuff going on. Okay,
that's true. We're fighting a lot of battles.
Fighting a lot of on a lot of different fronts. I got people dealing with the EX situation right now, and now you want them to start dealing with the evolutions. I don't know. We just need to be a united front on some of this stuff, Zoinks.
That's fair. We can't fix it all at that moment. I think that's true.
And here we go, seeing this. Metagross now, level 5. It's got the gyro ball. It is a war zone out there, it says Silver Tepig in the chat. That's right. It's a war zone. It's Call of Duty Warzone for Pokemon.
Are you streaming on TikTok?
I'm on TikTok, I'm on Twitch, and I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, what's up, TikTok chat? They're my homies over there.
Zoinks
we all know we're the best chat on TikTok chat.
Zoinks likes TikTok. Come on now.
You're streaming on TikTok.
I like TikTok, but they're my people.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair. Ooh, nice little eject button by Leafeon. The only way you're going to be escaping the Metagross at this moment in time. Rock Tomb keeping N from following after their teammates. The Crustle may go down, but at least they saved the Delphox Drizzile.
I don't know why, but when you said the only way you're going to be escaping the Metagross, it just... it felt like an advertisement almost. It was like, the only way you're going to be escaping the Metagross is with this right now.
Get yourself a Rock Tomb. If you buy a Rock Tomb now, we'll throw in a Stealth Rock for free on your next order.
That's right. Rock Tomb and Stealth Rock for the price of just Rock Tomb. It's never been better to start playing Rock Tomb Crustle with an EXP share in competitive. Here we go, big telekinesis. They're moving in for this fight, but they're picking up a Crustle. Not a lot you're going to be able to do with it. It's a massive brick wall that they're trying to get through right here. We do see the Fire Blast there for the Delphox and the Fire Spin, which is... I think the best build competitively for this Pokemon. I think
it's a little surprising. It's a double defender plus Clefable. I feel like Mystical Fire, you could rack up huge numbers, though.
Absolutely.
But I think the option, you're right. It's just too powerful to really ignore. Ooh, Snipe Shot hits and Leafeon swings in to finish the job. N does not have level 9, does not have the Unite move to really contest, and that means... that is going to be a pretty easy pickup for Team UwU.
Ooh, and look at these snipe shots, too. The other thing about that Fire Spin is, you know, it's just another way to set up clean snipe shots. And I don't know if you've noticed this, Snipe Shot actually does a lot of damage.
Yeah, from time to time, it can really get some value. And Nyhaat having a really good showing on it as well. Hitting a lot of their shots, of course, capitalizing on whenever Gunnar is lining up those fire spins like you were just mentioning, and making sure to take full advantage of that surprising amount of damage it can do.
I swear, it's like you're advertising this to me. It does a surprising amount of damage. You're really going to want to pick up one of these snipe shots.
Listen, I gotta pay for this car battery somehow.
That's right. Yeah, you're selling snipe shots out here. You're trying to pawn off some of these rock tombs. Anything to make a buck.
Ooh, Lapras Unite move does nothing. Galaxy gonna have to retreat a little bit. Interesting to see the role swap, by the way. Galaxy on the Lapras now, and Metagross actually in the hands of N. So, I don't know, players swapping all over the place. And picking up different Pokemon where they see fit.
Lapras is a weird one, too. That feels like in the Mew camp for me. It probably was slightly over-nerfed. I don't disagree, especially when Umbreon, they were like, what if we never nerf it? But at the same time, it does feel like maybe we just kind of gave up on this Pokemon a little early when Lapras is still pretty dang good.
How do we feel about Bubble Beam?
People really don't try it at all. But the thing is, the combination of Unite into Ice Beam is kind of broken. Because you're able to, you get a huge knockup, and you can't get out of that knockup in time to avoid the freeze of Ice Beam. So, it's sort of just the stun is maybe too good, you know?
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. I really enjoy Bubble Beam, but I think you're right. Every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, I probably should just be picking Ice Beam in this scenario, so not really an option. Galaxy, the only one to hang around, maybe take a couple of players from the side of Team UwU to have to deal with this Regieleki push, which is, of course, going to allow a free start on the Registeel for Team CG.
Yeah, and we got a snipe shot moving on in here, but as long as this Metagross just positions itself in a reasonable place where the Inteleon would be, there's no way they're going to be able to steal it away. They don't. Delphox Unite move, trying to push them off this goal zone. Looks like it definitely could work. Crustle, using that Rubble Rouser, pushing forward right here. Massive Rock Tomb X-Scissor play right there as the snipe shot's just barely not hitting where the Clefable player here for CG.
Oof, yeah, she's able to make it back, too. A retreat towards the Slowbro and the company. And in that entire time, I don't think Galaxy went down on this Lapras. I think they were able to withstand all that damage. I don't think Regieleki went in the goal zone, but hey, the Lapras staying alive.
Here we go. Inteleon continuing to farm up right here. We have Inteleon and Leafeon at 12 here on the side of UwU. Level's actually pretty close for both of these teams, but we do see a bit of a level advantage to our purple side. 172, 169. Score zone, or score, you know, spread so incredibly close between these two teams, and experience really, really close too.
Yeah, these teams seem evenly matched, Spraggles. Like, I don't think it would be unfair to either side to really say that. CG and Team UwU seem like they are face-to-face, level-wise, score-wise throughout this entire match. Macro-dependent. I don't know. It seems like they are... They're going to be a very fun set to watch again in the future as UCS continues, I think.
Look at this. These are small scores, but with a game so close, never mind the scores are getting less and less small, but with a game so incredibly close, that actually just put them in the lead, which is really amazing here. Normally, you know, you throw in 14 or so points here in this bottom path, it doesn't really mean a lot, but there it actually does mean a ton. We're now 192 to 169. However, they are getting punished for it with a few KOs. Delphox will be back soon, and with just a little bit of farm, it should have its Unite back. If they can continue to chain these KOs, they might be able to make something happen here, but instead, they decide to reset and get ready for the fight themselves.
Good rotation by CG. I love Metagross getting in there. They use their Unite move, and they literally capture 3 opponents. But maybe most notably, they actually captured Hirai's Blissey on the other side of a wall. So the Blissey couldn't even Unite if it wanted to. It probably wouldn't at this time of the game, right? But it didn't even have the option to give a lot of support to the other side. And poor Delphox and Inteleon trapped in that terrifying Coliseum that Metagross can create.
Here we go. The final stretch. We have a possible sneaky score here happening from Lapras. Everyone's just kind of waiting for this. Obviously, the purple side must know that they're slightly ahead by now. As the 40 goes in, Leafeon not able to stop it. That's going to put him up 192, 249. Leafeon also not the best Pokemon to possibly stop Lapras here with how much stealth. Here, look at that telekinesis. The range on it, absolutely incredible. Almost got them for a big moment.
Limit testing slow, bro. I feel like we don't see it very much anymore, but every now and then, players got to really push the limits of what this specific defender can do. And now Lapras has recalled all the way back to base, and we have a full-on 5v5 fight again. The only different look is CG have an extra bunch of points to play with.
Yeah, the question is, how do they want to play this now? I think UwU knows that they're behind. Here comes Slowbro. It obviously has that massive Unite move, but it's been hit a couple times by a snipe shot. Crustle Unite. Well, no one's around Crustle to do anything. Lapras and Metagross coming in with the combination Unite moves right there. Now we have Delphox getting caught inside there. They lower the walls, actually. Turn it around on Leafeon, who got caught by Slowbro. Big moves from Delphox right here as the fire continues to rain down on multiple members here of CG. 2 down now on the side of UwU as they're going to continue this push. Rayquaza now being hit in this central area. It is already at half. Blissey looking for an Egg Bomb secure. Inteleon on the top side of the pit looking to make something happen here. They need to zone this out. Here comes the Egg Bomb. It's too early. Secured by Glaceon.
Wow, the bulk from CG just too unbelievably strong. I mean, there were so many Unite moves thrown either direction, and somehow CG literally looked untouched in a match like that. Hirai going for a bit of a back cap scenario with no points, and I think at this one, it's safe to say we have our final competitor for top 8. It is going to be CG.
Wow. So we know all of EU. We got to see it all on broadcast here. Zoinks, which is bracket set up for NA.
Yeah, we'll have that up on screen in a second. Sorry, I realized I went away mid-game.